Please remain standing for the playing of our national anthem. Please be seated. Just a few pieces of housekeeping. If everybody could keep the aisles clear, the graduates will be walking through the tent once they receive their diplomas. It gives me great pleasure to introduce the class of 2017 presidents, Grace Amadon and Danielle Futterman, to give their opening president's welcome. Thank you.
Okay. Hello, I'm Grace.
And I'm Danielle, and we're the presidents of the East Hampton High School class of 2017.
Welcome parents, students, friends, faculty, administrators, and members of the Board of Education. We thank you all for being here this evening.
We'd like to take this opportunity to acknowledge two class members who are not here with us tonight, Matthew Lester and Anna Litton. But I think we all agree that they are very much here with us tonight and are very much a part of the class of 2017. Today, all the graduates are wearing bumblebee pins to honor both Anna and Matthew.
Tonight, we would like to thank our teachers, families, and friends for all their love and support over these past 4 years. We would also like to thank the custodians for keeping our school clean, and Ms. Fitz and Mr. Hoda for being great class advisors.
Mr. Fine also wanted us to thank him for making this all possible and for being an amazing principal. Thanks, Mr. Fine.
It was the fall of 2013 when we first entered this school, a small, scared, and stupid freshman. After years of middle school rivalries, I never thought I would befriend someone from Springs. I was wrong. That first day of school, when our worlds collided, we became part of the same team, even if we didn't realize it at first. After being pushed around in the freshman hallway, we quickly learned that we needed to combine forces if we were going to make it through the next 4 years. We had no idea what we were in for.
Okay, so next came sophomore year. We were a little smarter, had a little more confidence, and we were so excited to finally get out of the freshman hallway. This year was different than the last because we knew what to expect. We knew we had another year of Mr. Goldman's safety speeches every Friday, and that we had to actually plan something for March Madness. I feel like we grew a lot that year, and by June we were definitely ready to be upperclassmen.
Junior year, also known as the year of standardized testing. SATs, ACTs, subject tests, APs, you name it, we took it. On Saturday mornings, we dragged ourselves out of bed to be forced to sit in hard metal chairs for what felt like years, only to be offered admission to a college that we most likely cannot afford. But it wasn't all bad. We learned that Mr. Mackin has incredible aim with an expo marker, always draws a perfect circle, and gives great tips about split ends. Miss Swicker comes up with her own vocabulary words on a regular basis, and Mr. Barber is only loud because he cares.
Finally, senior year. We made it. Those first few weeks were filled with mixed emotions. We were sad to be back in the classroom after a fun summer on the beach, but we were excited because as we walked through those hallways, we felt like we owned the place. Being seniors had its perks. We could leave early from school and hang out in the senior lounge, but this year was definitely not all fun and games. Submitting college applications and applying for scholarships made this year very stressful, and senioritis was not helping. Personally, I want to apologize to Dr. Rubito and on behalf of our entire grade to all the first period teachers for always being late to class. After everything we have been through together over the past 4 years, March Madness, prom, and our senior banquet last night, our grade has come together like never before. We will always remember where we came from. Shout out SPG. But now we all know that together we represent our community as a whole, and I think we're doing a pretty good job. We've been told that we're one of the smartest, most respectful, and well-rounded grades that this school has ever seen, just to brag a little.
For the past 4 years, we have all been on the same road. We all came to school 5 days a week, took many of the same classes, and had many of the same teachers. As we graduate and go our separate ways, we will all travel down different roads. It'll be scary at first, but trying new things and stepping out of our comfort zone will only make us grow. In life, the little things are important. We will find new friends, interests, and favorite places. Don't worry, Goldberg's isn't going anywhere.
Class of 2017, we did it.
And we're going to keep on doing it.
I don't usually have to raise the mic. It's usually down here. So good evening. And of course, a special good evening to the graduates, the class of 2017. I would like to take this opportunity to recognize our board members who are in the audience, our board president, Mr. Foster, Mr. Ryan, Ms. Pucci, Ms. Gehring. I think I got you all. I'm sure I'll know in the morning if I didn't. And Mr. Wilson, I got you. 7 years, I'm going to get everybody. And our superintendent, of course, Mr. Richard Burns. Thank you for being here this evening. I am honored to stand here, as I am every year, to present to you the class of 2017. As the girls just said, this event celebrates all of our communities and what this whole graduating class is about, all the individuals who make it up. This year, today, we celebrate the accomplishments of about 164 spirited, hardworking, resilient, determined, and dedicated students. This class has experienced incredible highs and faced incredible obstacles. Through the passing of Anna and Matthew, its journey here at East Hampton High School has been a challenge. But you have stared these challenges in the face, challenges that students your age should never have to face. Let me speak about your journey through high school. As most of you arrived through the doors in the summer of 2013, most of you were just 14 years old. You came to our freshman orientation and spent the day meeting people you've never met before. You met your counselors, the school administrators. You had a chance to figure out your locker combination and walk the halls of high school. You also had your first sanctioned event at the school, which was our freshman barbecue at the end of the day. This is a far cry for where you are now. A wonderful senior banquet last night. Absolutely wonderful. Something that you should be very proud of and the way you conducted yourselves. Most of you won't even remember that 14-year-old student who entered the high school in 2013. I don't want to remember them either. Today and this year should be remembered for all those journeys through the hall and the school environment you have created here, specifically by not doing a senior prank this year. Thank you very much. The positive changes and the energy you have brought to this school will impact the future students for years to come. I want to take this opportunity to ask all of our students who are attending the military next year. This is a little tradition. We recognize anybody going into the military. Please stand up and be appreciated by the audience. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Whether you're going on to pursue a college degree, heading to the workforce, or joining the military, I am proud of you. I am proud of what you've accomplished here. I am proud of how you carried yourselves through the years. So be proud of yourselves and what you've accomplished. So every year I try to figure out another message and try to be a little bit different and not be cliche with the kids. So I've actually had some time to do some reading, and I've been reading the book Grit, which can be defined, grit, that is, as courage, resolve, and strength of character. Angela Duckworth, in her book Grit, tells the following story. The admissions process for West Point is at least as rigorous as the most selective universities. Top scores on SATs, ACTs, and outstanding high school grades are a must. But when you apply to Harvard, you don't need to start your application in the 11th grade, and you don't need to secure a nomination from a member of Congress, a senator, or the vice president of the United States. You do, for that matter, have to get superlative marks in a fitness assessment that includes running, push-ups, sit-ups, and pull-ups. Each year in the junior year of high school, more than 14,000 applicants begin the process. The pool is winnowed down to just more than 4,000 who succeed in getting the required nomination. Slightly more than half of those applicants, about 2,500, meet West Point's rigorous academic and physical standards. And from that select group, just 1,200 are admitted and enrolled. Nearly all the men and women who come from West Point were varsity athletes. Most were team captains. And yet, 1 in 5 cadets will drop out before graduation. What's more remarkable is that historically, a substantial fraction of dropouts leave in their very first summer during an intensive 7-week program named, even in official literature, the Beast Barracks, or for short, just the Beast. Described as the most physically, emotionally demanding part of your 4 years at West Point, designed to help you make the transition from cadet to soldier. Here is what the Beast entails. Wake up is 5 a.m. Cadets are in formation by 5:30. This is followed by hard workout, running or calisthenics, followed by nonstop rotation of marching and formation, class instruction, weapons training, athletics, formal classroom instruction, and additional marching and formation. Lights out is at 10 o'clock. The next day, the routine starts over again. But by the way, there are no weekends, no breaks, and virtually no contact with family and friends. So who makes it through the Beast? Mike Matthews, a military psychologist, points out the following, that rising to the occasion had almost nothing to do with talent. Those who dropped out of training rarely did so for lack of ability. Rather, what mattered, what he said, was that never give up attitude. From that same book, the actor Will Smith, yes, the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, who I think we'd all agree is very successful, points out the separation of talent and skill is one of the greatest misunderstood concepts of people who are trying to exceed, who have dreams, who want to do things. Talent you have naturally. Skill is only developed by hours and hours and hours of beating your craft. He would add that skill is not the same as achievement either. Without effort, your talent is nothing more than unmet potential. Without effort, your skill is nothing more than what you could have done but didn't. With effort, talent becomes skill at the very same time. Effort makes skill productive. So I leave you with the following, class of 2017. Life is precious, and these 4 years have flown by. So don't let the obstacles you encounter define you. Let them inspire you. Thank you. before I wipe the pool of sweat that's falling off my bald head, I need to do some thank yous. So I want to thank Maria Mondini and Tim, who are really just the two best assistant principals a person can ask for, and I know these kids respect immensely. Thank you. I want to thank my secretary, Joan Cangelosi, who without this would never be, because I am way too limited to put this together. I want to thank Stephanie Otto, Anita Finder, Tanya Gregg, Marcia Diaz, Lorraine Hansen, Dave Fiorello, Elsie Nelson, the ground crew and custodians. The class advisors, Leah Fitzgerald and Robin Jehoda, who have put in 4 years with this group, and I will remember all as freshmen, nobody's coming to our meetings. What are we going to do? Oh, they're so disconnected. They're so not engaged. Well, after 4 years of their tutelage, put on an incredible evening last night, and this class is an absolute wonderful group of kids. So I leave you with this. Words from Alan Alda. When you embark for strange places, don't leave any or yourself safely at the shore. Have the nerve to do into unexplored territories. Thank you. It gives me great pleasure to introduce the senior chorus led by Mr. Dylan Green. it gives me great pleasure to introduce the salutatorian of the class of 2017, Ms. Dylan Schleider.
Hey! Now that I got your attention, welcome. Welcome family, friends, school board members, yada yada yada, God, oh sorry, I meant Mr. Mackin, and of course, my fellow class of 2017. Welcome to the end to our 4 years of constant stress and mental breakdowns. We actually did it. Surprising, I know. I'm sure all you parents sitting out there in the audience, who are likely going to cry later on this evening, are sitting there picturing all of us as your little boys and girls. The boys and girls who used to run around making a mess everywhere we went, taking naps, complaining about taking naps, and hiding from our parents. And now your babies are all grown up. But don't worry, we're still running around making messes. Just now, we, unfortunately, have to clean up after ourselves. And we still take naps, just now without being forced to. We can thank MacNish and the all-nighters pulled writing those 10-page English papers for that one. And we still hide from our parents when we really don't want to be bothered or told yet again to do that thing we were supposed to do. We just pretend we don't hear you persistently shouting our names from the other room. So now, look how all grown up we are. But in all seriousness, we somehow managed to overcome these challenging 4 years of high school and stressful assignments. And parents, do you know who we have to thank for that? Goldbergs, mainly. Those hobos are one of the only things that get us out of bed in the morning. And I think I speak for everyone on behalf of the class of 2017 when I say we would really love you if you sent us a care package of bagels while we're at college. However, we're not greedy, so we will also accept large donations of money. But few of us would be here today if it weren't for our mastery of procrastination, one of the most notable skills all of us have learned here at East Hampton High School. This speech is brought to you by one of those masters. Just when I thought I was done with high school and finally had a break, I was told, "Congrats, you're salutatorian. Now go write a speech." So, staying consistent with my high school endeavors, naturally this speech was written the night before it was due. Considering this is a product of my last-minute, stress-fueled motivation, I didn't want to write a lot of words, so I promised to keep this short. I know most of us just want to grab our diplomas and leave. First, I would like to congratulate all of my Montauk classmates, all 28 of us. Not because it's a shock any of us are sitting here today, but because I think we drew the short end of the stick when it came to school transportation. I would like to commend all of us for having spent over the past 4 years approximately 1 month of our lives making the long and tiresome journey across the stretch just to commute to this wonderful building. If that doesn't scream the school's commitment to academic excellence, then I'm not sure what does. Don't get me wrong, East Hampton High School did have its good moments. You're welcome, Mr. Fine. But I think a month of our lives is a pretty hefty admission fee. No doubt, we've all had a lot of great memories here, and there is a lot about this school we are going to miss. I know everyone is going to miss the wonderful experience of walking down one of East Hampton High School's hallways. That amazing feeling you get as you're walking at the ideal pace of 1 mile per hour, as that group in front of you is walking as slow as humanly possible, ignorant to everyone and everything around them. Then that unparalleled feeling of the body contact as they come to a complete halt right in front of you. How we'll miss that. But don't worry, we have a whole summer filled with tourist drivers to give us just the same experience. And I know we were all going to dread the lack of exams, lengthy papers, and strict attendance policies there will be this summer. But don't worry, only 2 months, and we'll have so many more of those. I'm not going to give an inspirational spiel about how we are entering the new chapter of our lives filled with lasting memories and friendships. For in a few months, some of us will be hundreds of miles away from some of our best friends. And I'm not going to tell you how to live your lives. I'll leave that to your future employers and college code of conducts that will soon begin to dictate your every move. I'm not going to tell you how to live your lives because they are your lives to live. And in the wise words of the rapper Eminem, the truth is you don't know what is going to happen tomorrow. Life is a crazy ride and nothing is guaranteed. When you feel overwhelmed in the next few years with little guidance and you don't know where your life is going, don't worry. Most of us will feel that way. I urge you not to measure the success of life on wealth or position, because those things are temporary. Remember that life is something you experience. The only thing that is permanent are those people we choose to keep by our sides as we face the unknown road ahead of us. I urge you to set out on your own path and live a happy life, for happiness is what allows us to break out of our shells and help others to do the same. In the next few months, we will need to do just that. None of us know exactly what to expect or what we will experience, but we must be prepared to face the unknown with a positive attitude. So I ask, are you ready, kids? I can't hear you. Because today, with a little bit of mermaid magic, we are no longer kids. We are men and women. We may not be invincible, but we can all make the best of what we got and face life with a happy attitude. So with that, congratulations to the class of 2017. Goodbye, everyone. I'll remember you all in therapy. Thank you.
It gives me great pleasure to introduce the valedictorian for the class of 2017, Mr. Philip Zablotsky.
Thank you. Is it good? We good? Is that good? Thank you. Now, before I begin, am I leaning forward? All right. Before I begin, after what happened this year at the Oscars with La La Land, I just want to make sure that Mr. Fine is not going to become Warren Beatty and Miss Bondini become Faye Dunaway and come up here and take this award back. I know that I'm no Miss Universe, so I'm not really expecting Steve Harvey to come up here. Good? But if that did happen, oh my God. Am I like, we good? Oh my God. Should I start over? Okay. So I'm going to start over. After what happened at the Oscars this year with La La Land, I just want to make sure that Mr. Fine is not going to become Warren Beatty and Miss Bondini become Faye Dunaway and come running up here to take this award back. Again, I know that I'm no Miss Universe, so I'm not really expecting to see Steve Harvey. But if that did happen, and this somehow was a mistake, I actually wouldn't be too upset. Because if being valedictorian means you've accomplished something significant today, then every graduate on this stage behind me is a valedictorian. We also have something else in common. Over the past 2 months, we have been forced to answer a lot of questions, whether that be questions on college applications, scholarship applications, job interviews, onto when we're going to release the animals into Fine's office for the prank. Wait, never mind, not this year. Question after question. I don't mind it. I understand that that's how it was. But there was always one question that I could never answer. And that question was, what is one quote that best summarizes your philosophy of life? In other words, in 10 words or less, tell us everything you think, feel, believe, and hope. Well, I could never do it. So to relieve the tension, I did the exact opposite. I started thinking of the most inappropriate quote I could possibly put down. Of course, this is something that I would never dare do, but only if I could just put down the most inappropriate answer to that question. I had a good time with this. I started asking my family and some friends, hey, give me an inappropriate quote. Well, I got a lot of quotes. Some of them were pretty funny. None of them were suitable for a family audience. So I was on my own to think of my own inspirational, but yet inappropriate quote. So the first one I found was said by Linus Van Pelt, the child philosopher of the Peanuts comic strip. He said, "I love mankind. It's people I can't stand." The perfect quote, I thought. It was irreverent, rebellious, sarcastic. No way that that quote could be misconstrued as forward-looking or uplifting. But then I looked a little deeper into that quote, and I thought, wait a second, maybe it is teaching us something important. Maybe it is saying that as we seek to do well and strive to do good, that we must stay focused and continue to love mankind, and that we can surmount the obstacles and succeed despite the opposition. Well, that's not what I wanted. I wanted something inappropriate. So the next quote that I looked for is attributed to an old French novelist. He said, "The secret to life is sincerity. If you can fake that, you've got it made." Again, perfect inappropriate quote. Hypocritical, contradictory, condescending. What college would possibly look for that in a student? Okay, maybe Harvard. Nevertheless, a perfect inappropriate quote. However, once again, I found myself saying, no, wait, maybe this quote has something to teach us. That as we seek to go forward, we have to remain true to ourselves. We have to be honest with ourselves, and we cannot lie, most of all, to ourselves. If we want to succeed, we can't fake our sincerity. Well, that was boring. So, finally, the third quote that I found was by Oscar Wilde. He said, "Everything in moderation, including moderation." I thought, wow, perfect for the upcoming summer. Irresponsible, defiant, and childish. However, you probably get the theme by now, there was something else behind that quote. It was saying that we should strive to lead a life of balance and perspective, but every once in a while, take a risk. Maybe not the risk that the Knicks would be taking if they traded Kristaps Porzingis, but whatever. I know it's not the place, but come on, Phil Jackson. In closing, I just want to say thank you, gracias, merci, to all of our teachers and administrators, past and present. And of course, thank you to our friends and our families. And once again, congratulations, class of 2017. Thank you.
We're now going to present the diplomas. I'm going to ask the board president, Mr. J.P. Foster, and Mr. Burns, the superintendent, to come up to the stage, and we are going to try not to drop this podium on ourselves.
Is this on? It's not. We need sound. Sound guys in the back? Where are the sound guys? We have no sound. Adam, there's no sound. Can you just say something? Can they turn it up? Excuse me, sound gentleman in the back. Could we get some sound from this other microphone? Who's on sound? Hi, guys.
Hello?
Thank you.
Philip Pierre Zablotsky. Dylan Jacqueline Schleider. Grace Houston Amadin. Danielle Lee Futterman. Kathleen Trouvé McGovern. Sibel Ches Adamsowitz. Diana Aguilar. Jasenia Aguirre. Georgia Claire Aldrich. Sandra Gabriela Arevalo. Paula Alexandra Areola. Diego Avila. Camille Elaine Barrett. Luis Alexander Bello Ferreras. Karen Blandon. Georgica Joy Baghetti. Odalis Natasha Bonilla. Sierra Michaela Bowen. Casey Lynn Brabant. Christian James Brierly. Raquel Adelina Burns. Theodore Joachim Calabrese. Dylan Thomas Camacho. Matthew Joseph Card. Kevin Cardona. Hennessy Tanais Carino Rivera. Evelyn Carreño. Allison Castaneda Chang. Brian Chacon. David Mijael Chavez. Erica Rosario Chimbo Molina. Tyler Kam Chittavong. Joseph Andrew Cirillo Jr. Kimani Joseph Clark. Gabriel Timothy Connors. Jonesy Coste Lentigua. Jillian Lynn Zarnecki. Brandon Morton Thomas Daig. Harrison Paul Darenberg. Zoe Pearl Daunt. Cecilia Rebecca de Havenon. Amy de los Santos Mendez. Francesca Ann Denaro. Luis Sebastian Divia Sanchez. Brendan Mark DeSuno. Samantha Valera dos Santos. Emily Melissa Driver. Patrick Daniel English. Jacqueline Espinoza Perez. Trisha Nicole Estuye. John Fajardo. Patricio Falcone. Brendan Patrick Farrell. Dylan Alexander Fight. Brandon Andres Flores. Sophia Lee Folia. Emma Perrault Foster. Jordan Eden Foster. Jimmy Jesus German. Quinn Joseph Gleason. Patrick Andres Gonzalez. Kimberly Grouillon. Ivan Guashambo. Joshua William Ginchard. Tiffany Rochelle Gutama. Fuelan Leo Hallisey. Vanessa Ann Hammond. Cheryl Lynn Osborne Hayes. Haley Nicole Hernandez. Stephanie Hernandez Tangarif. Kristen Elizabeth Hillerud. Phoebe A. Hines. Keith Andrew Hunt. Tao T. Hyun. Luis Fernando Idrovo. Jennifer Alexandra Inga.
Alyssa Taylor Jacoby. Drew John Yurkevitz. Raiden Henry Califoot. Cameron Jack Kavanaugh. Christopher Ronald Kaiser. Hunter Austin King. Matthew Lester. Please join me for a moment of silence. Thank you. Catherine Lepercio. Can't hear me? Anna Maribel Lighton. Eric Edgar Lopez. Travis Miles Lucian. Rafael Marquez Gonzalez. Maddie Lynn Martin. Noelle Martinez. Colin Lewis Matthews. Shannon McAuliffe. Kerry Ann McCaffrey. Lily Ann McGinty. David Matthew Milia. Charles Thomas Miller. Jose Sebastian Moncayo. Gavin Mocha. Christopher Murray. Shefe Mushkalai. Zachary Meyer. Abby Quinn Nancy Ross. Sarah Narvez. George Nala. Michelle Lee Nguyen. Maximilian Ward Osborne. Derek Palacios. Christian Palomo. Kevin Penaranda. James Brian Peralta. Alexandra Perez. Michael Perez Medina. Henry Pilko. Andreas Quito. Catherine Perez Reyes. Samantha Quispe. Jonathan Joseph Realmuto. Elia Javier Reyes. Brooke Laurel Rivkin. Lizeth Mercedes Rodriguez. Roxana Rojas. Andrea Romo. Hannah Isabel Rosario Melendez. Juan Pablo Rosas. Alexandra Mary Rakowski. Margaret Ellen Ryan. Mary Kate Ann Ryan. Valentina Sanchez. Valentina Esmeralda Sanchez. Freddie Sanchez. Guido Sicha. Brian Silva. Ashley Elizabeth Simons. Amanda Esterina Stanis. James Stanis. Olivia Suter. Vanessa Carolina Takuri Chumbi. Clementine Helen Talmadge. Jake Thomas Talmadge. Ruby Ann Talmadge. Jacqueline Marie Thorson. Elizabeth Adriana Tigra. Bethany Marie Totten. Amy Alexandra Torres. Camila Angela Tucci. Elvis Alexandra Uchapaya Sicha. Sophia Sienna Van Sickle. Luke Vasiri. Alexandra Florence Vecchio. Danny Ivan Villa Guman. Calicia Amoy Vincent. Abigail Rose Welch. Linda Madeline Weigart. Yari Willock. Andrew Wilson. Diana Winthrop. TJ Scott Whitmer. Rosa Marilee Yanez. Rosa Stephanie Yanez. Amaya Victoria Yanacombe Vargas. Lauren Marie Zano. Fabian Zinian. Devin Elizabeth Zanell.
Okay, while we're waiting for the students to get seated, the kids wanted to explain a few things. First, the marbles. You might have noticed the marbles. They thought last year that if they helped clean up after senior prank last year, that they could use the marbles this year. But Mr. Fine absolutely forbade them to do a senior prank. So they brought him the marbles today that they didn't get a chance to use. Additionally, you might have noticed an exchange of money. Okay, that's how some of the kids got through this. That's not true. That's not true. That's not true. The money is $100 bills with Mr. Fine's picture on them, and on the back it says, "In Fine we trust." And each student wrote a nice note to Mr. Fine. So that explains the little fiasco here, okay?
And I heard they had trouble fitting my fat head on the bill, but that's okay. As I still sweat, but don't worry, I will not pass out. I am a very, very fit man, as you could tell. Nothing like being a plump principal. So it gives me great pleasure to introduce the Student Association President, Ms. Katie McGovern.
Good evening, students, faculty, parents, and friends. My name is Katie McGovern, and I'm the Student Association President for the class of 2017. As Student Association President, I have been given the honor of presenting the statistical achievements of this outstanding class. The class of 2017 is dedicated. Our class has 164 graduating members. 151 seniors have earned Regents diplomas. 50 seniors have earned Regents diplomas with advanced distinction, and 2 of these are advanced distinction with honors. The class of 2017 is proactive. 40 seniors are members of the National Honor Society, and together as a class, we have completed 15,175 community service hours. The class of 2017 is determined. 138 members of this class have chosen to continue their education next fall. 100 seniors will attend 4-year colleges, and 37 will attend 2-year colleges and/or technical institutes. The class of 2017 is ambitious. There are Bonnickers attending institutions such as Barnard College, Boston College, Bowdoin College, Brown University, Cornell University, George Washington University, Johns Hopkins, MIT, UVM, and so many more. The class of 2017 is versatile. 12 students will be entering the workforce, and 1 member of the class will be entering the armed forces. 631 advanced placement examinations were given this May in 19 different courses. The class of 2017 is much more than a collection of numbers. We are a group of individuals who share a special bond. We are more than classmates, we are family. I am so fortunate and proud to be part of this incredible class. And at this time, I would like to ask all graduates to move their tassels to the left.
Make sure you take off your tassels before this. It gives me great pleasure to present to you the class of 2017. All right.